ALDI has a fresh batch of finds arriving July 22nd. And this week, one product looks useful but may not be worth the price. Several bargains are hiding in the middle aisle, and one surprisingly powerful deal may be worth making a special trip for. I ranked 15 of this week's most interesting ALDI finds from worst to best. We have the skip, the deal trap, the biggest savings potential, and Valerie's #1 deal of the week. And I'm telling you right now, #1 is not the product I expected to win. Let's scan the deals. We're starting with the product I would be most likely to leave hanging on the display. A 6-pack of licensed magnetic bag clips for $5.99. Are they cute? Absolutely. Are they useful? Sure. But $6 for bag clips is where Valerie starts asking uncomfortable questions. This is exactly the kind of product that sneaks into your cart because it has a favorite character on it. And then you get home and realize you just paid $1 a piece to keep the potato chips closed. Cute? Absolutely. Necessary? Not even slightly. Unless you specifically want the licensed design, I would save the $6. Deal scan score, 4 out of 10. Skip. At number 14, we have the Crofton Bauhn runner for $16.99. Now, $17 for a 6-foot runner is not outrageous. But this is one of those finds where the value depends almost entirely on the material, backing, thickness, and how it actually looks in your room. A rug can look fantastic in the ALDI aisle, and somehow look like a giant bath mat when you get it home. Would I automatically put it in my cart? No. I would check the texture, the backing, and whether the design actually works in my space. At $16.99, I like it. I just don't blind buy it from the ad like it. Deal scan score, 5 out of 10. Wait, inspect it first. Next up are the Guy Demon Hunters character items at $12.99 each. And here is the problem with character merchandise. The value is not really determined by the plastic. It is determined by whether a child sees it and says, "I need that." Parents know exactly what I'm talking about. At nearly $13 each, buying one may be reasonable for a fan. Buying the whole group? Now your ALDI Find has turned into a collection, and collections have a habit of eating budgets. For the right fan, fine. As a pure bargain, I'm not convinced. Deal scan score, 5.5 out of 10. Wait. Now the deals start improving. 8 pairs of children's character socks for $4.99. Let's do the math. That works out to about 62 cents per pair. Now we're talking. Kids lose socks. Kids destroy socks. And occasionally I suspect the dryer is eating them. So when you can stock up for around 62 cents a pair, the licensed characters are really just a bonus. Deal scan score, 7 out of 10. Buy. At number 11, breakfast and pizza have apparently decided they no longer need to remain separate meals. A 2-pack of deep dish breakfast pizzas for $3.99. That is roughly $2 each. For a quick breakfast, weekend snack, or emergency meal when everyone says they are hungry at the exact same time, that price is hard to complain about. The question is taste, because no amount of savings can rescue a bad breakfast pizza. But at $4 for 2, the risk is relatively low. I would try it. And yes, that may say more about me than the pizza. Deal scan score, 7 out of 10. Buy. The Bauhn silicone wristlet lands at number 10. Price $5.99. This is a convenience buy, not a life-changing product, not a reason to make a special trip. But if you like carrying your phone or keys with a wrist strap, $6 is a reasonable impulse buy range. Would I put it in my cart? Only if I already needed one. And that is important. A cheap product you do not need is still expensive clutter. Deal scan score, 7 out of 10. Buy, but only if you will actually use it. At number 9, we have 2 very simple pantry organizers at $4.99, the Crofton turntable and the can organizer. These are not glamorous. Nobody is going to run into the kitchen yelling, "Come look at my new can organizer." At least I hope not. But practical organization products at $5 can provide surprisingly good value. A turntable can make sauces, spices, or condiments easier to reach. A can organizer can turn a pantry shelf from chaos into slightly more organized chaos. And sometimes that is enough. Deal scan score, 7.5 out of 10. Buy. At number 8, the Crofton Round and Square Dispensers at $12.99. These look like the kind of product that can make your pantry look professionally organized. For approximately 3 days. Then someone puts the cereal box beside it. Still, $13 is a reasonable price if the construction is solid and the dispenser makes something you use every day easier to store. But wait, before you put this in your cart, make sure the dispenser actually saves space. Some large countertop containers look organized but take up more room than the original packaging. Looks organized? Yes. Actually improves your kitchen? That depends. Deal scan score, 7.5 out of 10. Buy, after checking the size. At number 7, the Crofton Hydration Storage Caddy for $9.99. This is one of those products that solves a very modern problem. Water bottles, travel cups, lids, straws, accessories. Apparently staying hydrated now requires its own filing system. But if your kitchen cabinet currently looks like a stainless steel avalanche waiting to happen, $10 may be money well spent. Would I put this in my cart? If I had a pile of reusable bottles falling over every time I opened the cabinet? Absolutely. Deal scan score, 8 out of 10. Buy. Just outside the top 5, the Bauhn charging cables at $7.99. Charging cables are one of those products everybody seems to need. Until you buy several. And then somehow you still cannot find one. At $8, the price is reasonable. But check the connector, check the length, and most importantly, make sure it actually supports the charging speed your device can use. A cheap cable that charges your phone at the speed of continental drift is not a bargain. At $7.99, I'm interested, but specifications matter. Deal scan score, 8 out of 10. Buy, after checking compatibility. All right, bargain hunters. The skips are behind us, the waits are behind us, and we have officially reached Valerie's top 5. From here on, these are the finds I would seriously consider putting in the cart. And number 1 could be the product that disappears first. Number 5 is the Crofton Vacuum Insulated Food Container at $7.99. This has one major thing going for it. It is inexpensive enough to be practical. For school lunches, work lunches, soup, oatmeal, pasta, or leftovers, an insulated food container can be genuinely useful. And under $8 keeps it out of the premium price territory. The question? How well it actually holds temperature over several hours. But at $7.99, I think the value is strong enough to take the chance. Deal scan score, 8.5 out of 10. Strong buy. At number 4, the MagTech building sets for $9.99. ALDI is offering several themes, including underwater adventure, construction site, fire rescue, and marble maze. The promise here is simple, a $10 toy that encourages building, creativity, and repeated play. And that is where I think this gets interesting. A toy that gets played with once is expensive. A $10 toy that comes out again and again can be excellent value. Would I put this in my cart as a birthday gift, rainy day activity, or Christmas closet purchase? Yes. At $9.99, this is the price point where I think parents and grandparents may grab more than one, which means sellout alert, moderate to high. Deal scan score, 8.5 out of 10. Hurry buy. Now we have reached the top 3, and number 3 almost climbed higher. The Bauhn wireless charging clock for $14.99. a clock and wireless charging in one compact product. This is exactly the kind of ALDI Find that can look more expensive than it is. Put it on a nightstand or desk, place a compatible phone on the charging area, and you are combining two functions in one piece of equipment. But wait, wireless charging performance and compatibility matter. So I would confirm your phone supports the feature before buying, because a wireless charging clock that does not charge your phone is, well, a clock. Still, at $14.99, ALDI, you almost took the #1 spot. Deal scan score, 9 out of 10. Number 3, hurry buy. Number 2 is not the flashiest product of the week, but it may be one of the most useful. The Crofton ProKeepers at $9.99 each. The assortment includes versions for items such as crackers, deli foods, and pasta. And this is where ALDI often does very well. Specialty kitchen organization without specialty store pricing. The question is not whether you can find a cheaper plastic container somewhere. You probably can. The question is whether this specific design solves a storage problem better than a generic container. For crackers, shape matters. For pasta, shape matters. For deli foods, organization matters. This is one of those products that looks boring until you use it every week. And that is the difference between a gimmick and a genuinely useful kitchen purchase. Deal scan score, 9.5 out of 10. Number 2, hurry buy. But there is one product I think offers even more potential value. And Valerie's #1 ALDI Find for the week of July 22nd is the Bauhn fast charging power bank, listed at $14.99. And the listing provided for this week shows a 20,000 milliamp hour capacity. Now that gets my attention. A large capacity portable power bank can be useful for travel, emergencies, long days away from an outlet, sporting events, power outages, and keeping multiple devices alive. And at $15, that is aggressive pricing. But before you run to the register, check the package. Verify the exact capacity. Verify the included ports. Verify charging speed specifications. Because with electronics, the details matter. But assuming the specifications match the listing, this is the find. I think offers the strongest combination of price, usefulness, and potential savings. This is the product I would expect bargain hunters to notice, and possibly the product that disappears first. Deal scan score, 10 out of 10, hurry buy, Valerie's deal of the week. Here's a quick recap of the full ranking from skip to deal of the week. Number 15, the licensed magnetic bag clips, 4 out of 10. Number 14, the Kirkton House boho runner, 5 out of 10. Number 13, Gui Gui character items, 5.5 out of 10. Number 12, character 8-pack kids socks, 7 out of 10. Number 11, breakfast best breakfast pizza, 7 out of 10. Number 10, Bauhn silicone wristlet, 7 out of 10. Number 9, Crofton turntable or can organizer, 7.5 out of 10. Number 8, Crofton round or square dispenser, 7.5 out of 10. Number 7, Crofton hydration storage caddy, 8 out of 10. Number 6, Bauhn charging cables, 8 out of 10. Number 5, Crofton insulated food container, 8.5 out of 10. Number 4, MagTech building sets, 8.5 out of 10. Number 3, Bauhn wireless charging clock, 9 out of 10. Number 2, Crofton ProKeepers, 9.5 out of 10. And number 1, the Bauhn 20,000 milliamp hour fast charging power bank, 10 out of 10. So, would I make a special trip to ALDI for this week's finds? My answer is yes, worth the trip. Especially if you need portable charging, pantry organization, an insulated lunch container, or an inexpensive magnetic toy. But I would not buy something just because it is sitting in the middle aisle. Remember, a bargain is only a bargain. if you were glad you bought it after you got home. Now I want to hear from you. Did I get number 1 right? Would you choose the Bauhn power bank, the Crofton ProKeepers, or the wireless charging clock as your deal of the week? And be honest, was I too hard on those $6 bag clips? Tell me in the comments. If this video helped you decide what deserves a place in your cart, give it a thumbs up and share it with another ALDI shopper. And subscribe to Deal Scan Weekly, because every week Valerie scans the finds, checks the value, and ranks the deals from the products you can leave behind, all the way to the one worth making a special trip for. I'm Valerie the Value Hunter. Shop smart, keep more of your money, and I'll see you in the next deal scan.